Okay, so today we are going to be talking about how I make all my money AFK because that's my main way of making money right now. Because this is really OP, as you can see. I make a lot of money from this, and I don't even have to do anything. So I can go on with my normal day because I have a lot of things to do these days. And I honestly don't have that much time to grind out dungeons, farming, like spend hours on farming or mining. So this is my alternative. And surprisingly, I still make around, this is a rough estimation because of course, it's very inconsistent because one, you can always get kicked out of the server for whatever reason. You get disconnected randomly. Server restarts, server closes. You get the little 1 minute timer here and you just get sent to the hub. Or just anything else. Anything else happens, you get disconnected. You're not making as much money because these minions will take care of it on while you're offline, but you're not making as much as you could. So that lessens the amount of money I get. Like right now, I only have 30 mil here, and right here I only have 65 mil because I honestly got kicked out a few times, and I had one day where it was just a complete mess. I kept getting kicked out, and when I left my computer on for the day, or when I was out, I came back and I was kicked out, obviously. And well, I realized that I got kicked out right when I left, like maybe 20 minutes after I left. So very underwhelming and honestly a bit disappointing for that to happen. So that's like the only downside. But at least my minions make money. I put enchanted hoppers in all of them, so it's not that big of a deal. But let's see what this money making method is. So obviously tarantulas or any mob minion honestly, because the water, even if they're passive mobs, the water will push them towards you and your Witherborn should be able to handle them. So my choice of mob is tarantulas because they're just good in general. And let me go in here so I can show you the actual minion because the minion itself, you don't need like a tier 11 minion, tier 9, or any of that to be making this. Mine are only tier 5. And that is actually not that bad to make. I have 25 of them set up, and I'm making this much money. So per week, this is around how much I make. And this includes, oh my gosh, let me close the farm. There we go. This includes the Cactus Farm too. Obviously, this is like, this is mostly for this week, but I left some from the past week only because I had no reason to sell it right now. So let's minus about 10 mil from this because I did spend some to buy some other stuff for the future videos. So let's just minus 10, 15 mil from this. And let's go on to Cactus. Now Cactus, while this is going, while you're just sitting there in that box, this Cactus Farm just works. Of course, I have to collect them soon because they are almost full. You can see this one is full. I'm probably just going to collect this side anyway. But let me just go in here real quick. Let me show you how the Cactus Farm works. Cactus just falls. I go into Hopper. You can see how many drops I'm getting. And this is for a relatively small farm. I forgot to take off the sand that I dropped earlier. But this is a relatively small farm. And I'm already making, let's see how much is in my sack right now. I have 33 million coins. Now obviously when I last checked this, it was a lot more. around 40 plus mil. But that's just bazaar prices being bazaar prices. They always drop, increase whenever they feel like it. So that's just bad timing for me, I guess. So that alone is 99 million coins for everything in my purse. I'm not gonna count all those little things like 10,000 cocoa beans or 400 rotten flesh. They don't make that much, so they won't change the amount that much. But 99 mil is still a lot. And it's a really big number for just sitting in that box. So that's how I make around 75 to 100 million coins. I could make more if I'm really lucky with my AFK and don't get kicked out of my island. So I can always make more than 100 million coins. Pretty sure I said 100k before, so 100 million coins. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can make more than that if, for one, I upgrade my minions, and two, I just increase my cactus farm, make it bigger, and of course get luckier with AFKing, because you never know. But no matter what happens, even if you get kicked out, your minions, because I'm pretty sure that minions can vary for every person. You don't have to use tarantulas like me. But I would recommend tarantulas. But you can use things like slime, tarantulas, sheep. What else is good? Revs, I believe you can use. I'm pretty sure you could do Void Gloom also, or Voidling, whatever they're called. Magmas if you want. Just basically whatever mob minion you want to use for your farm. This little build can do it for you. And you can use this for any mob you want. So feel free to use this build. I'm pretty sure this is my idea for this build. I saw no one use this before, and I did personally myself. I didn't see any videos regarding like this specific kind of build, but it is really effective. So unless like someone made this specific style before me, then let me know in the comments, because I want to give proper credit to the original creators of this farm. But from what I know, no one made this design. So I'm just gonna take credit for now. But you can see, all the mobs just come to you. If they're hostile, it's even better, because they just run to you. And even if they're not like that tarantula, they're just going to die eventually. And that's basically the whole point of this farm. You stand here, you make passive money here, you make money from the drops right here, and at the same time, your cactus farm will continue running, and you'll be making money from there too. So I'm gonna consider this 3 money making methods, because the first money making method is you having a Daedalus or Raider's Axe. The second one is the mobs, is you killing the mobs and getting their loot. And the third one is the cactus. So you're doing 3 money making methods at the same time without even having to be in your computer. You don't have to like grind out dungeons. You don't have to grind out farming, mining. You can do this and do whatever else you want. Just sit here with your beacon, your minions, and that's all you pretty much have to do. That's how I make my money. I have around 169 million coins. Well, if I sell everything in my sack right now, I would have 269 million coins, which is a lot. And how I made that, I just sat in a box and let my AFKing do everything for me. So it's not that hard to make money. of course, it requires a good amount of setup. Of course, if you want to make an AFK farm, at least in that exact one, you need Necron armor. But if you don't have Necron armor, this kind of setup will work too. Just have a little drop over here. Let me go up here so I can quickly show. So those blocks are basically where you put your minions. Just put them in front of here. And you break this and put a storage here, just in case you do get kicked out. All the mobs will spawn on this fence. So you don't have to worry about it being messy. And they will drop directly to the middle. Go right here. They'll die here. And all their loot gets automatically sent to your hopper system. You can make your hopper system any way you want. This is just my personal build, or not my own build. I got this from another YouTuber. But this is pretty much how you do it. You put your first layer of chest, and you just put hoppers facing it. That's all you have to do. You make another 2 hopper layers here, just pointing at it, and whatever your last row is, just put 3 hoppers, or however many hoppers you're putting, directly pointing up, and the rest, just attach it to each other. It's that simple, nothing complicated. It'll just work. For whatever reason, it'll just work. So that's how my hopper system works. Hopefully I explained it well enough. I'm pretty sure I didn't. But this is a good alternative if you don't have Necron armor, or Raider's Axe at least. So you don't have to actually build that farm. Just build a little drop, a little mob drop, and it'll work the same way. The only difference is you have to collect your chests every once in a while. And cactuses, they'll just work on their own. Sure, you'll have to collect every once in a while too, but you get money for it, like a lot of it too. So I personally would say it's worth it. It's worth doing this because you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything for this money, and you're still making really good progress with whatever you're doing because you can just afford everything. Sure, you can go for RNG drop, but let's be honest, you never know when you're gonna get them. You can get them in a few tries, you can get them in like weeks. This is more consistent because you can just sit here and whatever you get is pretty much have a good idea of what you would get every time. And that's how I came up with around 75 to 100 million per week, which I would say is a reasonable number for how much I make. So with that, I'll end it here, and we'll see you next time.